knows the end is near.
You see these reports that Joel's knee is already like they're not confident that whatever they did last year worked.
I mean, yeah.
That's crazy.
Haven't I said this to you guys every summer? Every summer, I'm like, listen, you got to move off of Joel Embiid.
Well, one of us said that a while back, and they were laughed out of the studio.
Yeah, I tried to tell y'all for like 2 years.
Yeah, guys. I mean, I really think you're talking about a guy who's 7 feet tall and pretty thick. Multiple C's on the thick.
Yeah.
So, and you got lower leg, extremity injury history. It's just not going to be right, most likely. He's not the bionic man. So, unless he's going to have a full-on knee replacement, which might want to do, actually.
That would be crazy, too.
I mean, you do that, your career is over.
Yeah.
Career is over with the knee replacement?
A knee replacement?
Yeah, it feels like it.
I would think so.
I think you can get back like Krick in the seats of the Cadillac with the replacement.
You could just swap out knees and be good?
Yeah, I think they put like titanium knees and then you're back.
Well, that brother should have gotten some titanium knees about 8 years ago.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think Joel and has the contract started yet?
Ooh, that's a great question. Let's head over to good old Spoke Track.
I think it has. The good news is they have Paul George though. So,
do you know Paul George we just saw a list of top 10 highest paid players in the course of their career that are still playing, and he's top 5. That is crazy. That is.
Did I just see that
he deserved it?
Like, did I just see that De'Aaron Fox has passed Chris Paul in guaranteed dollars?
Guys, that extension has me up at night.
Oh, it does. Okay. Okay.
That's a lot of money. I think De'Aaron's a damn good basketball player.
CK losing sleep over this De'Aaron Fox.
That's a lot of money right there.
Gave me the shivers. What? He's a fine player. But is he Victor Wembanyama's co-star? In reality?
Well, okay. So let's hit with a different reality. Is that 229 million, 223 million, whatever it was, is that tradable?
That's a great question.
Thank you.
I don't think it is.
You can always find a sucker, but you're going to probably have to attach something to it.
Oof.
So that's the question that I have about trading. And I still don't love what Sacramento got back. So we'll just put that and put a pin in that. But as a whole, if you know you have to pay somebody 200 and something million in 12 months from now, you got to be pretty damn sure of that player to trade anything, any first round picks for that player. Because think about this, 12 months later, it's an untradeable contract. So you traded 3 first round picks for an untradeable player and you got to pay him $200 million. It's a tough world in this current CBA environment.
Yeah, that's I think the AAVs are what, like 52 to 55 to 57 or something like that. 59 maybe.
Trysta ain't gonna sleep for a month, man.
Can't sleep.
That is a gang of money. That is a gang of money. And I don't think it's tradable. Like when you get down to it, like that's a lot of money to trade.
I just want to say really quickly as an aside, are you on your Memphis Bleak stuff right now? Is that what's happening?
No, I had a really bad sinus headache this morning and I took medicine. My eyes were all puffy.
The hat though is very bleak.
Oh, shout out Bleak. Shout out Bleak. I just got to sitting on top real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Can't put too much pressure on the sinus headache.
Yeah.
Just have it sitting there.
Somebody in the chat earlier said Pimp C or Bum B. You know, that was the look it was going for.
That is disrespectful.
Yeah. Shout out RIP to the pimp.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
RIP to the pimp.
Anyways,
RIP to the San Antonio Spurs and their contract situation.
So real quick, I'm gonna stay there. Do you feel at that price that's the type of guy, like you just asked the question, he's gonna be Wemby's co-star, or is De'Aaron Fox part of a championship group, but they're gonna be looking for a true number two still at some point?
Are we at a point where we can pay a non-number two $200 and something million?
It doesn't feel like it. They didn't want to pay a true number one $200 and some million in Dallas.
Oh, his was, well, to be fair, his was like 340. They didn't want to play a true number one, 340 million.
So yeah, to answer your question, it doesn't feel like it, but San Antonio did it.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have a rookie right away be that number two guy in order for your cap sheet to be clean. And I don't think that's Dylan. I don't think that's Steph Castle.
So De'Aaron's not a number two.
I mean, you would imagine he's a very inconsistent two.
Well, in his defense, guess I'll come stalling him out. He's always had to be the one, and he was a really inconsistent number one.
True.
This is the position I thought he was much better suited for, is being on. And this isn't a situation where like you wonder. There is no question De'Aaron Fox's role on this San Antonio Spurs basketball team, and it is behind Victor Wembanyama. Like, that will not be in question today. It won't be in question. Well, fair enough. It won't be in question 6 months from now or 6 years from now. This is Wemby's team. This is damn near Wemby's league. So this might be, I've always felt, TK, this was a better position.
Oh, definitely. Yes. I think if you're De'Aaron, you're not paying, first of all, number one, you go from paying California tax to Texas tax, which is not zero.
Not the
it's
same.
Not the same. Talking about one of the highest tax rate states in the land versus one of the best.
Very familiar.
Go from a perpetual state of what are we doing here? And I think we're all kind of like not sure about Vivek. I think we are sure about Vivek, but we're sure we don't really like what's happening with Vivek. To one of the best ownership front offices in NBA history, and still a small market. It's a great situation for De'Aaron Fox.
I was looking at the Spurs yearly breakdown with the contracts, and a couple of things jumped out to me. First of all, Devin Vassell is signed to a lifetime contract. This guy didn't even reach unrestricted free agency for another 4 years. I thought he was
he's
like
literally there until 2029.
Yeah, the 29-30 season, he'll be an unrestricted free agent. That's crazy. And 27 pretty much across the board is what he's making yearly. But you've got Harrison.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yes.
You've got Harrison coming off the books. He's an expiring this year at $19 million.
Yes.
Keldon Johnson will be an expiring next year at $17 million. So maybe, well, I was going to say maybe you can use that type of money to go get you a guy if you need one. But Wemby's extension is going to start kicking in soon. So it kind of feels like this is their team.
Extension eligible after this season.
So.
You could trade Devin and Keldon for probably something good. Probably something really good.
Yeah. Could have traded him to Sacramento.
I would have
taken Keldon in a heartbeat.
I would have took Keldon.
I would take Keldon Johnson in a heartbeat.
For sure, but to be fair, that's not getting you nowhere either.
Gold medalist.
Anywhere.
True. But it's Yeah,
Is he the worst gold medalist for Team USA you can remember?
Damn,
Modern memory?
Come on. First of all, I didn't know he won a gold medal. So you may be right, but we didn't have to bring it up.
I mean, are we going to pretend like Christian Laettner wasn't on the Dream Team?
That's why I said modern memory.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. When does modern start?
Like not when there's color TVs.
I mean, it's
The live
well, the
ball era.
92 Olympics was in color. Like it was standard definition, but it was in color.
The
It's
live ball
HD. We're
era.
doing it on HD.
Okay,
Is
All
Keldon
right,
Johnson the worst Team USA player in HD?
It might be.
I can't think of somebody else. So
He might be.
might
I'm
be.
going 08, 12, 16. Was he on the 2020 team? The 2020 team
Yeah,
that won the gold in
yeah.
2021?
Yes.
Yeah.
He was
That
on the
was-
COVID team.
Shout out to the COVID team.
Yeah.
Zach Levine, gold medal winner.
Yeah. COVID team.
Yeah.
COVID team.
Yeah.
That COVID team was rough. That's when we were like, we can't do this anymore. We need it to be more than just Katie. He can't just be our duct tape. We're going to need some real stars here next time.
Well, you know who was a big contributor to that team? Draymond Green.
Ah, yeah.
Draymond Green.
Hall of Famer. Soon to
He's
be
a-
Hall of
he's a-
Famer.
He's a big reason they. Oh boy, that campaign went into full effect after those Olympics were over, like clockwork. Those articles were being posted all over the Athletic about
was
how
ready.
Draymond Green is a Hall of Fame candidate after that performance in Tokyo.
I was ready for that one. Oh, shout out to Dr. David. This is a good one. He says, Steve Kerr has checked in and says, no, Tatum is the worst.
Wait a minute, is Michael right? Did JaVale McGee win a gold medal?
He did because
You know what? That is right.
gold medal.
JaVale McGee. Was he on that COVID team?
McGee. He might have been on the COVID team.
I need to look up this damn COVID team because right now
Dame-
it's sounding legendary.
Dame was on there. I know Dame was on there.
And Dame was rough on there. But remember, Dame had that abdominal tear.
Mm.
That's how he knew he needed surgeries because Drew was on that team with him. And he's like, brother, if you can't sit or lay down without pain.
Didn't they lose their
Oh,
first exhibition to Mike
Yes,
Brown
they
and the
did.
Nigeria team?
They did. Yes, it was a
And
whole
next
thing. And then remember, Voldestool put something out about it. And it was like they don't even have food there.
Jeez.
And it was really bad. It was really
Hold on, everybody. Hold on, everybody. I know we have blocked 2020 out. I guess in this case, 2021. But here it is. Bam, Book, KD, Jeremy Grant,
Oh,
Yikes.
Draymond Green, Drew Holiday, Keldon Johnson, Zach Levine, Dame Lillard, JaVale McGee, Chris Middleton,
Oh,
and Jason Tatum.
damn.
it's a rough one.
Hey, to be fair, I think Keldon is the answer.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think that's the
I've
answer.
seen JaVale McGee play in the Drew League, boy,
Yeah.
and there is almost no one better.
Nigeria was the first African team to beat an American team ever.
Ever.
Shout out Mike Brown.
Ever. Didn't South Sudan give us a run, though, in 2024?
I remember the South Sudan game. Was it
They-
for a half?
Yeah, they were hanging around for a little bit. It
It was
wasn't
a
nothing
half,
too crazy,
though.
but yeah,
Yeah.
they were hanging around a little bit. Yeah. I don't know if we're
Keldon
gonna
Johnson.
win in 2028.
He seems like a Sacramento king, Keldon Johnson.
Yeah, I would have been more than happy with Keldon being here.
Yeah. I like his game.
I
Real-
feel
real
we
cool.
have to continue to check in on Zach Levine and how Kenny feels about him throughout time, just to make sure that like Kenny's still 10 toes down on that being the right asset to acquire for
Jesse?
the
Team USA barely beat South Sudan in the pre-Olympic exhibition game, 101-100.
That's
my
what it
God.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah, they struggled in the exhibition joint. That's right.
That's what it was.
They
So
beat
then they
South
played 'em
Sudan
again.
103-86.
Yeah. It's a good call.
KD averaged
Yeah, South
20.7 in that Olympics, by the way. 20.7. Tatum 15.2. Pop like Tatum. Drew Holiday and Dame Lillard averaged the same amount. Shout out to Dame. Played started 6 games, played 24 minutes per game with that issue he had.
We didn't know it was torn at that point, but he knew.
It's tough. Shout out to Dame. To answer your original question about Zach LaVine, was he the right guy to get? I don't know if he was the right guy. I won't make that argument, but I also don't think he's nearly as bad as people make him out to be. Like I just don't. Like the one thing that I will say, and I think you kind of said this, but the reputation that Zach has had, that he was just this ball stopping shooter who had no conscience and never passed. I think that's just a reputation that is from a lot of people that didn't watch. I watched them for the final 30 games of the season, and I actually don't think he shoots the ball enough. I think he
does not shoot the ball enough. I agree.
Yeah, I think he's too passive, and that's the most frustrating thing. It's like, bro, get him up. Like, what are you doing taking 12 shots tonight? So that's frustrating. He's not a number one type guy. I don't think so. I think in an ideal situation, he'd probably be like a 3, like
number
in a
3.
yeah. Situation.
He really should be paid like $27 million. If Zach LaVine was paid $30 million, 28 to 30 million, I'd have no problem with Zach LaVine. But the problem is we live in the salary cap era where once you pay someone 50, you're out of moves. They better be right.
I got a question for you in that same vein. We were talking about it earlier with the insiders. Everybody looks at Zach LaVine as just this untradeable albatross of a contract.
Yes.
I think Domantas Sabonis is in the same vein, and nobody looks at Domas that way. Domas is making what, 40?
Oh, not nobody.
Well, yeah. No, we look at this one. But Domas is like 43, 47, 49 over the next 3 years. I don't know who's taking Domas for $49 million a year.
You're right. It's 40, 2, 45, 42. No, wait, hold on. That's right. That's a lie. What is he doing? How come I can't get it? Yeah, so he's 42 on the cap for next year. Yeah, 42, 45, 48. Yikes. Unrestricted in 28. Yeah, I agree with that. Because he's not really, and I don't mean to disparage Domas's name. And I'm going to have to switch over from my laptop to my phone in just a second because laptop's dying. But he's not really a center. Does a lot of things that a center can do. He's hub of the offense kind of a thing. Gets great rebounds. Double-double, triple-double machine. That just does not turn into anything that is meaningful for real winning.
What would you call him then? A 4?
Yes. He's kind of a non-shooting 4.
Right.
He's kind of like Anthony Davis-esque. Where you're like, except for he's like not as big. It's like, it's just like not
as
great.
good of a defender either.
Yeah, definitely not that.
This comp is falling apart by the second.
Not as athletic.
Well,
not
I mean,
as
in terms of
tall,
like,
Imagine a really bad version of Anthony Davis.
yeah, where you're like, you just don't really fit as a 4, but you don't really fit as a 5, and like there's some weaknesses with our team with you in either one of those positions, but you're really good.
Mm-hmm.
Just not really good for us.
Mm.
And I think that's
like
probably what Rob Pelinka said.
It feels like the Kings have a lot of those guys.
Yes.
You guys are good. Like these guys are good. Just maybe not good for us. Maybe the collective of them isn't good. Zach LaVine is not a bad Domantas Sabonis is not a bad basketball player.
Not at all.
At all. But when you talk about a guy who will not take a step forward, it doesn't mean he's not good. It means, hey man, can you do a little more? No.
And he's tough. We like him.
Oh, he's tough as hell.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Tougher than a $2 steak.
Will not get the 3-pointer in check. I know.
Well, he just won't shoot it very much.
Just will, and that's what I mean.
Yeah.
In Indiana, he shot that mug all the time.
Hmm.
That's what he came in to do.
And also when we have these conversations, I think Zach LaVine falls in this category as well. Domantas Sabonis falls in this category. We're talking about the price tag. It's not the player.
Mhm.
Like the player themselves would help in any situation. Is she taking a picture of us?
No, we're
Oh,
making a
she-
switch.
okay.
Hang on, we're making a switch. Boom, there she is.
Oh, look at that. Baby.
Exactly. Yeah, you might have to get the volume on that though. We're a little too hot on the phone.
Well, I had to delete the app.
Oh, okay.
Turn the laptop part up. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay,
But
we're
we're
back
back.
in business.
We're
We're back
cooking.
in business.
We're cooking. But you know, it's got a lot more to do, almost everything to do probably with the price tag, not the player.
Yes.
Right.
Again, Sabonis at 22 million. Sabonis at like Miles Turner like price. Maybe a little less. Yeah, you can build a roster with that. I don't know where he is best served. A really good defensive team that has another good rim protector that can come off ball and just do that.
Mhm.
It's tough. Like
You think
the Dallas
Kuminga
Mavericks. You'd be good on like the Dallas Mavericks.
to play with Anthony Davis?
No.
Oh,
Actually, that might work.
play
That-
him at
that
Anthony
actually
Davis would
might
be
work.
5, and Domas would be
'cause-
4.
Because AD likes to shoot the jump shot. He
Mhm.
likes
Yeah.
he likes to be the guy a little bit on the perimeter and let Domas go to work around the basket.
Yeah, or even like with a Daniel Gafford, if Daniel Gafford had a jump shot. But yeah, you're right. A little AD wouldn't hurt nobody. That would be fine. That'd actually be
Give us
kind of
Cooper
fun
Flag,
team.
we can make it happen.
What'd you say?
Say, give us Cooper Flag, we can make it happen.
Well, Nico's been known to
To make some
make
wild
some
trades.
interesting. He's been known to make some interesting
The
decisions.
problem is that his moniker is that defense wins championships, and that is the one element of Domas that we can say he does not have. Who's the best Kings defender? Is it Keon?
Yeah,
See, I don't like
Keegan,
that.
probably.
I don't like that. I mean, I like
Keegan.
Keon, as you know, but he can't be your best defensive piece.
Keegan's probably close,
Yeah.
If Keegan didn't have to do anything
and
offensively,
the list
he'd
probably
be
ends
better.
there. Yeah, the list
Yeah.
probably ends there. There's
Devin
probably
Carter. God, no.
Black Air Force One. I saw him in another pair of those Air Force Ones at Summer League, and I'm like, he just will not let it go.
This past summer league?
Yes,
Oh man. Damn.
just like the most boiled chicken style.
Oh, boiled.
Trysta, I'm gonna
chicken
send you
stuff.
something when we get off the air, man. I was floored by when I saw this. This is, oh man.
He had an
Do you-
awesome Summer League, though. I hope he pans out.
No, he didn't. No, he did not. Don't do that. He did not. He had like one good game. Does Jonathan Kuminga matter for this team, for the Kings?
I mean, sure. I mean,
Are you in
matter-
or out on him? Do you buy
what
him
is
at
it?
all?
What does matter mean? You know? What does
Could he-
matter?
Would he change your perception of Sacramento over the next handful of years if they're able to acquire him?
No, he wouldn't. No. But he
I
would
really
be
don't like your
more-
tone of voice when you say that. I'm gonna be honest with you. A little too harsh.
What's his ceiling in your eyes? Like, what's the who do you think he could be in the league?
Well, let me start with this. Do you
He's
think
got a list. I'm gonna start with this because I got a long list of things here.
Because the question that I have is this: is Sacramento the place that you believe is the best to develop young players?
No.
Is it top 10?
No.
Let me ask
Is
you a
it
question.
top 20?
Let me ask you a question. What does that mean, though?
Meaning,
Like, what does that mean?
like when you
unless-
ask me ceiling, do
Mhm.
I think that the ceiling can be achieved with the staff on this team? Because I think the ceiling for
But
Jonathan
that's
Kuminga.
my point, though. These people haven't been around. Like all the staff, the front office, these people haven't been around. So I mean,
don't
I
know.
understand
We're not
going
sure.
on history for sure. I
Yeah.
get that. But that's unfair to this group.
Maybe that's probably true, but the history of this organization is that they haven't been able to develop players, and then when you land a diamond, in the rough, so to speak, you send them to Phoenix, like you did with Isaiah, right? When you land a player, like, not to open an old wound, like Tyrese, all right, we're gonna move off him now. You didn't have an opportunity to really develop him. You moved him in the second year, so there's no sense. You can't say that they failed in that regard. But I think the Kings' two best players weren't developed in Sacramento. They developed in Sacramento. DeMarcus was a amazing basketball player. He was going to be an amazing basketball player.
Yes.
Ever
Regardless of situation. There's not that many players like that.
Right. Exactly. De'Aaron, I can't figure out. I don't know what De'Aaron would have been on a different team, if he would have been exactly the same, if he would have been a little bit different.
I would love to know his answer. I would love to know his answer. Who do you think you would have been or turned into if you wouldn't have had the mental anguish of consistent losing and the hopelessness? Yes.
Losing and change.
Yeah, and like instability and the constant hopelessness of knowing that the only thing you can rely on is relying on nothing. I think that matters. I think that changes you. I think that's there's a PTSD in that. And that's why I think you want to go to a place that's one of the most stable organizations in the NBA. So I don't know, but I think there are fringe players that really matters a lot where they go. And I think Jonathan Kuminga is one of them. I think his absolute ceiling, if he was to go somewhere and be developed and want to do the things that he's supposed to do, and I think there's part of it that's on him, where he is not taking accountability. But he's got inconsistencies and instability with his role as well.
Sure.
And so it's really hard to buy in as someone who's been in these types of organizations where it's like, I don't trust anything that's happening. Why am I going to give my all when I know it doesn't really matter? So part of me wonders if that's Kuminga a little bit. But I think his absolute ceiling, not in Sacramento, is like a wish version of Kawhi, like wish version. Not the same, because you're talking about like a finals MVP, and I don't think that's his ceiling. But like that comp, like an hyper explosive player who can develop a jump shot, who can eventually use his athleticism to develop a defensive game, which he doesn't currently possess consistently. But he can jump out of the
Who
damn
turns
gym.
him into that?
I don't know. Himself
Ty
and
Lue.
somebody.
Ty Lue and Kawhi? Like, maybe they could do it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe San Antonio, maybe Miami. There's not a lot of places. You have to want it too, right? And so, but it's like, okay, how much does he want it, and how much is the team helping him? So that's why I say I don't think it matters that much. I think he's so fun though. He's super fun. And that's what I think Sacramento needs, is just to compete. And there's not a lot. It's a lot of staleness on this team. A lot of,
I feel like in that situation, in those type of scenarios, you got to be in a good situation for sure.
Yes.
I think that matters, but I also think it's the individual.
Definitely.
It's like 75% the individual. I think the team, they give you opportunities, they give you maybe playing time and stuff like that, but for the most part, it's on these guys.
His
too.
playing time's been all over the place, though.
Yeah, it has. He didn't play in the last game of the season.
That's because his coach hates him. Like, you talk about developing a player, you on a team where your coach hates you, like, that's going to be a problem. And I have to imagine Steve isn't the only one who dislikes him.
Yeah, and so you can't really. Kelly Oubre was more liked on that team than Jonathan Kuminga.
And I don't know if everyone can comprehend how wild of a sentence that is.
Yeah.
Kelly Oubre is a very unique dude.
Yeah.
Tsunami Poppy is what they call him.
And
Was Kelly Oubre hit like on his bike or something? Was that Kelly Oubre?
Yeah.
He did. He got hit by a car on his bike and then just went right home.
Yeah, it got a little murky once more
It
details
did
came.
get murky.
Yeah.
And then they just left it alone.
And then
like
it's
nobody.
like, oh, forget it. It's Kelly Oubre. Like, who cares?
And then you Googled Kelly Oubre bicycle, and like you're like, oh, Kelly Oubre, shockingly, has a YouTube channel of him on his dirt bike, like his mountain bike in the middle of the forest of Pennsylvania, and he's like doing jumps and stuff, which I'm sure is a contract violation, but it still stays up.
Isn't there a Ring camera video of
Yes.
Kelly Oubre?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, it's all coming back to me.
See, I love it. This is why you have to be up. This is why we're all so invested in the NBA as much as we are. It's because the callbacks. The
Yes.
callbacks are legendary.
What about the W though? Obviously, you got the Daily W jumping off over on Instagram. You got Let Her Shoot wherever podcasts are available, and we have this interesting situation that is developing or has developed between the Connecticut Sun and Spags Group, who wants to purchase the Sun from the Tribe and move them to Boston. That was not a surprise to anybody. But how this deal went down has seemed to ruffle a lot of feathers.
Yeah, it's really weird. And it's weird because Spags is a minority owner of the Celtics and wanted to buy the Celtics from Wick Grousbeck. And apparently, from what I've heard from people close to the situation, is that there's kind of always been a little, how do we call it, like a sort of measuring contest between Wick and Spags, because Wick had the control, but Spags had more money. And so he was kind of like always jockeying for position. They both were. And then Wick sold the team not to Spags. He sold it to Bill Chisholm, who I forget what Bill Chisholm does, but doesn't have really any background in basketball. And so I think Spags, his attempt to he's going to sell his minority shares because I think he's a little bitter about how things went down. So I think from what I can gather, just reading and talking to people, is that was kind of a way to stay involved in the Boston sports situation. But the weird thing, so that's all weird to begin with. But the weird thing is that they took it to Kathy Engelbert, the commissioner, and that she didn't go to the board of governors with the deal at all. And so the 30-day exclusive window had lapsed without anyone taking a look at this deal. And I think all WNBA fans kind of, maybe I'm wrong. I think we all want to see the Connecticut Sun go to Boston. They're selling out at TD Garden every year that they do this event. It's a natural fit. I don't think you should have a Boston team and a Connecticut team, to me.
Right.
And the Mohegan Sun, the Tribe is not really wanting to invest a lot of money into the practice facility. It's really low budget out there, and it's hard to get to. So teams don't like to go there. The franchise itself is super cheap. So why not give it to one of the richest men in sports who really wants to turn this Connecticut Sun into the Boston Celtics of the WNBA? And they'd play at TD Garden. It would be awesome. But no, now the WNBA is like, we have other plans for Boston, and we would if we want to move a team to Boston, we would have an expansion team there, and that'll be in 2033 at the very earliest. So it feels kind of like a power struggle, in my opinion.
I think, and I do think the WNBA has a commissioner problem. That's a whole nother conversation. But I do think that is the best way to go about it. Take the Sun from Connecticut and put them in Boston. I don't think you need to have the Connecticut Sun and an expansion Boston team.
Yeah. We already have that lineage in Connecticut. There's young players that you can be excited about, like J.C. Sheldon and Marina Mabry in her new wife, Sanaya Rivers, which is also wild going on behind the scenes. They're like, I don't know if you've seen that, but it went from them being best friends. Well, it went from them hating each other to being best friends to them trolling us that they're together. And now Marina's on social saying that's her wife.
Love Island WNBA edition would be so fire. Just absolute fire.
It would. By the way, before we end this WNBA part of things, or you guys end me from this chat, we have to talk really quickly about the WNBA fan base. And I just posted literally right before I went on, so I'm sure I'm already getting flamed. There are. Am I wrong, or are there like a group of WNBA fans that are absolutely insane and have nothing to do with their time except for accuse you of ruining the sport and disparaging the players that you speak about? It's crazy to me.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. That's a lot
Damien
of
knows what I'm talking about. Damien
Yeah,
was
no,
living in it.
for sure. You're 100% right. And one, I love these new videos of you walking and being filmed at the same time. This is just
I feel like it's a new thing. You know, it's like
This
a
is
new
very
gotta
good.
happen.
I love it. It's just like a lady on a walk, right? This is the new the new format. Then we get to see like the full fit. It gives us like a little bit more look into your style. I like this. You also appear to be shooting on some sort of Martin Scorsese 4K camera.
That's an iPhone. It looks so good, doesn't it?
It looks incredible. It looks absolutely incredible. You are not getting flamed as of yet. The WNBA fan base has not found
it.
This video yet. They will.
I said in my because we did a episode that dropped today. Find, letters, shoot, wherever you get your podcast. Please subscribe and like and review.
Very good.
About Satu, and let's be honest, it's a really hard name to pronounce.
It is.
A lot of people in the broadcast call her Satu. Some people call her Satu. Some people call her Sabali. Some people call her Sabali. And they're so like nuanced and there's so many permutations, really 4 of them. And you're like, did I get the first name wrong? Did I get the last name wrong? Did I get both wrong? So I try to say them both ways. And people are like, this is the most disrespect for Satu. You never try to get her name right. How could you bring her down? And you want to be a journalist? And I'm like, first of all, I don't want to be a journalist. I don't. One guy was running for mayor, and he had taken receipts of all the takes that he hated of mine, and how I was just like trying to bring the league down with my Haley Van Lith take and my Satu take. And there was something else that he mentioned as well. And it's like, brother, you're running for mayor. I think you need to get up with your campaign manager and not get into my comment section.
TK and I talked about this privately. Like, that league does not want to be covered like every other league. That fan base has for so long wanted that league coddled. It's why Let Her Shoot is such a terrific podcast, because it's not a coddling the league podcast. And there are older fans who have watched Gino and watched Pat and have migrated from college basketball over to the WNBA. They're the ones that hate Angel Reese. They're the ones that hate this new flair and style. They hate league fits. They hate all of that stuff. They're the ones who will tell you that women's basketball is more fundamental. They want to gatekeep this, and they don't want the Trysta Cricks. They don't want you to cover these players like you would LeBron James. Say all of the nice things, but don't say any the bad things. Don't say any of the mean things.
I said this on the video when I was doing my walk and talk, but Brian Windhorst is still getting Isaiah Hartenstein's name wrong. And guess what? Nobody cares. You know why? Because he's German. And is it Steen or is it Stein? And it's a different German. They pronounce it different ways. And guess what? That doesn't take away from Brian Windhorst's credibility because he's pronouncing Isaiah Hartenstein's name wrong. Relax, guys. Just because Satu, which is a very small nuance than Satu, which is harder to say, get out of here. It's just to me a little cuckoo. That's like the NBA doesn't do that.
Fans are crazy.
Yeah.
WNBA fans in particular, I think, can be a little crazy.
Yeah.
For sure.
One of the things that
You dove into the deep end with this podcast.
well, one of the things, to go back to the walk and talk, that I always wonder, whether it's Trysta with the walk and talk or it's some young lady taking a picture in front of Nobu or at the pool or something. Who is taking these pictures?
No?
It varies.
I always want to know.
It varies.
Hmm.
It's not always the same. Gotta keep people on their toes.
You are the queen of social media.
I try.
Yeah.
I try.
You kill. All right. It
I
looks
love
like
y'all.
it looks like
Starting
you're at
to
the content
perspire.
place. Oh,
Starting to
okay.
melt.
All right. Well, get
Oh.
inside.
I
Get
love y'all.
inside. All right. Love you
Thank
back.
TK.
All right, bye.
That's Krick wearing a Motorhead t-shirt. We'll come back.